Take two. Yes, indeed, as the church, we sometimes get wrapped up in worldly wisdom. That we get wrapped up in understanding and ideals, and if we just sort of go in that direction, we will become that church that all people will sort of flock to. But what happens, and what has happened, is God puts a bump in the road. In fact, God put a major bump in the road. You might even say that he put a fool on the hill. Because in worldly wisdom terms, the cross makes no sense. In fact, in worldly terms, if you want to create a kingdom, if you want to create an everlasting power, this is sheer idiocy. In fact, you might want to go, God, you know, if you're going to build your kingdom that people want to flock to you and be drawn to you, this certainly is a lousy marketing tool. As we hear in that old hymn, it's a symbol of suffering and shame. Now, there aren't too many organizations that can build themselves on drawing people by suffering and shame. But indeed, in this symbol, a life was broken. Indeed, a life was poured out. And that life that was broken and poured out was for all mankind. From you to me, from the president to the Pope, from Israel to ISIS. For you see, the grace of God surpasses worldly wisdom. And it's the grace of God that takes people that are the least likely, takes people that are down and out, takes people that have no claim to being the chosen ones, that takes people who are lacking, that takes people who are empty, that takes people who are weak and foolish. And it's those people that God calls into relationship with him. It's those people that God gathers to himself to become his kingdom, to become his children, to become his inheritors. For you see, on the cross, grace was embodied in the truth. For Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And the truth, as it is embodied, is not a bullet to the head which kills. Instead, it's the person of Jesus Christ on the cross who kills and makes alive. And now as we come to the cross and we come to the foot of the cross, it's there where Jesus has reached his arms out so that he may encounter and embrace us in only the way that God can. Not with a scepter, but with nails and thorns. And now because of that, you and I are in Christ. And with our being in Christ, he enables us to display Christ crucified. As we humble ourselves, as we deny ourselves, as we take up that instrument of faith, the cross, and follow him. And the place where he takes us, sometimes are certain, many times are uncertain. And they're not in the typical places where you think you're going to win the wars. but it's in the places where he wants us to engage. Engage those people who are lost and hurting, and connect them, not with all the answers, but with the truth. Connecting people to Jesus, the way, the truth, and the life. Now that's take two.